Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner, welcome back for some more Deathgate. Here we go. The floating island is suspended over the center of the vortex. A circular platform in the center has 4 spires along its perimeter. You come upon Lord Zar standing in the center of the island. He holds all of the seal pieces in his hands and is closely examining the focus. Off to one side you see Sangdrax in your form, watching patiently. On your arrival, Zar's head snaps up and he regards you in shock and surprise.
What are you? Some kind of phantasm born of the vortex? I can feel the wild magic around us. Are you part of that?
I am no phantasm. I am the true Haplo. Your companion is a dragon who has taken my form to trick you into destroying the world. He has tried his best to keep me from following you here, but here I am. You must stop what you are doing, my lord. The Reformation will not be what you expect. Many will die, including our own race. My lord, it's obvious that this is some trick, some manifestation of the Vortex's wild magic. Why it spouts lies to stop you from claiming your rightful heritage, I don't know. But don't spare it a thought. Continue with the ritual, and I will deal with my double.
Sangdrax's eyes flash red as he turns to you with a grin that shows razor-sharp teeth. The scar left by Zifnab's dragon on his face only makes him more menacing.
What you say makes sense, my son, but something about this doesn't ring true. Can you prove your words? Are you the real Haplo? Or is this, as my companion claims, just a hollow trick?
It's no trick. I can prove I'm Haplo. Remember our conversation about heart runes? They name us. They give us our magic. They are the center of our beings. If they are torn or broken, we fall ill. We cannot function. I show you mine, unbroken. I challenge my double to do the same.
You rip open your shirt and reveal your heart rune.
Of course I can show you my heart rune, and why not? After I've done so, I'll eliminate this annoyance so that you can complete the Reformation undisturbed, Lord Zar. I live only to serve you.
With the promise of death in his eyes, he opens his shirt. Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner, welcome back for some more Deathgate. The wound taken from Zifnab's dragon slashes across his chest, straight through his heart rune. Not only is the rune broken, but much of it is missing.
So much for subterfuge. I prefer to be direct anyway. My lord, you will complete the Reformation. If you do not, I will kill you. It's your choice.
Sangdrax screams in fury and Zar motions for you to join him inside the circle. No sooner have you positioned yourself alongside your lord, that Sangdrax hisses at both of you, his eyes glowing blood red.
Very well, dragon. I will continue the Reformation, but only because it suits my purposes as well.
Zar stares at Sangdrax as if seeing him for the first time. He stands for a long moment and considers, then finally speaks.
Excellent. Get on with it then.
Zar takes a moment to ponder his options, then carries the fire seal piece to its spire counterpart. Quickly, he slides the piece onto the monolith's face. That very second, the entire island outside of the protective circle where you stand erupts in flame. A storm of fire swirls and batters the ground. Sangdrax, caught in the sudden maelstrom, screams in agony. You quickly lose sight of him behind the curtain of flame. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do! Damn it, Zar! Hogging all the glory.
That should take care of our friend, eh? Tell me what's happening here, Haplo. Quickly, if you don't mind. It seems that I have been misinformed. The Reformation is not what I wished it to be. I must change my plan.
You explain everything to your lord, skipping nothing, but telling your story as swiftly as possible. Zar reconsiders.
We will bring about the interconnection. The worlds cannot survive without it, but the sartan's strength is severely depleted. It is as nothing compared to ours. After we have connected the realms, we shall invade them, wipe them clean of the sartan influence, and take our rightful place as rulers. Attend me, my son. I've placed the focus over the starting rune of the Reformation. While you gather the remaining seal pieces, I have to move it back to the interconnection starting rune. I'm lucky that my research indicated which rune this was. Otherwise, I might not know how to bring it about.
Zar squats over the focus, scans the surface of the floor and prepares to move the floating frame to another rune. Suddenly, Sangdrax's head bursts from the curtain of flame. He has reverted to his original form, that of a fire-breathing dragon, a form completely impervious to the effects of the storm swirling around him. He looses a tongue of fire at Zar's chest. The blast leaves nothing but a blackened hole, and Zar slumps to the ground, dead.
Now it's your turn, Patron, unless you decide to be more cooperative than your master.
Oh boy. So he didn't move the focus to its correct position. He already placed it in the position of the Reformation. I don't know what the interconnection one is.
Do it now, Patron. Put the Nexus seal piece in the focus and have done with it. If you feel any reluctance, look at your lord. He was more powerful, more intelligent, more cunning than you will ever be. And he is dead. You cannot do better than he. You cannot defend against me.
The focus looks like a hexagonal floating frame, slightly larger than one of the seal pieces.
I command a magic you cannot comprehend. If you attack me, I will change to a form that is impervious to it. Resign yourself, Patron. Do as I ask or die.
Okay, let's place the stone seal. You press the seal piece into the earth's spire. The firestorm disappears but is replaced by an avalanche of falling rocks. This distracts Sangdrax but doesn't keep him from spewing his fiery breath at you. Maybe the water?
I've lost patience with you, Patron. I might have spared your petty little life had you done as I asked. But it's too late. You've sealed your doom. Goodbye, fool.
You press the water seal piece onto the air Oh, I did the wrong one. Water. Okay, let's restore here. Let's try water. I keep placing the water in the air spire for some reason. Water seal piece. Water spire. Sangdrax watches you, you approach the spire, familiar now with the end result, he decides to stop you. The dragon rears back and prepares to blast you with a torrent of fire. You leap forward and press the seal piece into the indentation. It crackles and affixes itself to the spire. The firestorm surrounding the protective circle is replaced by a deluge of water. The dragon chokes back his attack with a comic gurgle and disappears behind sheets of rain. Okay, you gotta be quick. Somewhere in the driving rain you can hear the pop and sizzle of Sangdrax's fire being doused, but you also hear a squishing, sloshing sound that usually accompanies one of his shape changes. Okay, let me take a look at this. Damn it, I don't know the interconnection rune now. Oh, what if I cast necromancy? What if I cast necromancy on Zar? Okay, so there's this one. There's that one. Let me just take a little note of the runes. There's this one. Isn't that the same? Oh, the runes might be similar, but they're in different positions. Yeah, let's try necromancy. You see Sangdrax now deep in the rain. He has discarded the fire-breathing dragon form for something that looks like a sea slug, an invertebrate gelatinous worm shape. It starts to slide towards the protective circle and you. Let's try necromancy. I mean, I shouldn't. But it might be the only way. You cast the intricate spell over the still warm corpse of your lord. You sense a rushing of air, and suddenly you see Zar's spirit pulled into his body like water down a drain. His eyelids flutter open and he stares directly at you. Although he appears to be aware, there is no life in his eyes, and his face is without expression. The worm sloshes over the circular platform. It barrels over you and covers you with an acidic slime that burns through your skin, but before killing you, the slug absorbs your body through its outer membrane into its stomach. It keeps you alive a good long time while it digests you. Okay, so there is no room for error here. So water works. So let's try necromancy. The only way for us to know what rune it is to figure... Zar knows it. The Sartans left the Nexus over the rune that started the interconnection.
The heart, the heart, the heart.
The heart. Zar keeps... Okay, there comes Sandra. Zar keeps repeating the same phrase over and over. Maybe it has something to do with the huge hole in his chest. Okay, maybe earth now. Stone. Sangdrax, in the form of a giant gelatinous worm, crawls effortlessly through the sheets of water. Despite its slow speed, it will be on you in moments. You press the seal piece into the earth's spire. It crackles and affixes itself inside the indentation. The water stops falling, changes into rocks and boulders. They smash into the worm and stop it in its tracks. Soon you lose sight of it behind the curtain of falling earth and rocks. The heart, the heart, the heart. Maybe the heart of the rune construct? The object here is to position the focus over the correct starting rune for the spell. You can move the focus over a rune by clicking on the desired rune tile. The focus will move over the rune automatically. Then click on Exit to return to the game interface. You can also pick up the focus by clicking on it and then move it around with the mouse. When the focus is positioned over the starting rune that you want, drop it by pressing the left mouse button again. If you drop the focus between two runes, it will track to the nearest. This one? This is the one that Sama created. So it was on this one. This one is the one for the Reformation. Is this the one for the interconnection? I mean, it's in the center. It kind of resembles a heart, I guess. You hear an almost rhythmic thumping and squishing of stone and earth striking the sickeningly soft body of the sea slug. Then it stops. The falling stones strike only the ground as if the worm suddenly disappeared. Let's take a quick look at the history book then. Make sure I've done this correctly. The only hint Sama gave us is that they left the focus over that rune, the interconnection rune. That's the center one. Naturally, Sama directed that said starting rune is prominent. Sama, Dmitri, Orsef, Lorno, Tyler, and Wayleth. Sama directed something. Dmitri interests ran quite his colleagues. Orsef was involved in much of the mechanics of the something. Closest advisor to Sama. In the last 4 before the sundering, he was whatever. Despite obvious tensions between Lorno and Sama, perhaps due to philosophical differences about the plan, his spell... Youngest of the 6. I don't really know. I mean, Zar did not know which one of these guys made each spell, so how could I know? All he said was the heart, the heart, the heart. He referred to them as the 6 devils, right? And he gave them all names. I think there was a devil of the heart. Yes, there was the devil of the soul, and I remember Zar saying something that the heart... I think Sama was the soul, and his right-hand man was the devil of the heart, because the heart was closest to the soul. Those names are not here, though. Who's closest to Sama? Dmitri... Was he the devil of the hand? Because he liked doing a lot of I don't remember. Orsef is the closest advisor to Sama. Maybe it's him. If I remember correctly, and Sama was the devil of the soul. Well, I have nothing else to go on, so I guess I'll try that. You peer into the curtain of falling earth and you see smoky tendrils weaving their way in and out of the stone projectiles. Even when one manages to strike the vaporous form, it only dissipates for a moment. And then a ghost-like dragon reforms. A pair of red glowing eyes are the only constant. They float slowly through the earth storm toward the protective circle where you stand. Okay, let's use the air seal piece then. The rocks and boulders fall straight through Sangdrax's vaporous form. Slowly, ominously, he floats towards you. You set the seal piece inside the air spire's indentation. It crackles and affixes itself there. The rocks stop falling, but gale winds rage around the protective circle. It feels as if you are standing in the eye of a tornado. The ghost dragon is caught in this wind. The wind scatters his smoky form until it vanishes. Okay, I think we have one more try. Oh, I already forgot Orsef's rune. I'll go with that. That is Samus, the center one. So Orsef in relation to the center, it's above this one right here. Right to the top left. The winds have scattered the ghost dragon for good, it seems. You can't find a trace of Sangdrax anywhere. Perhaps this storm has finally taken care of him. I doubt it. Let's move the focus. So if this is Samus, this is Orsef's. I hope I'm right about this. Somewhere deep in the winds you see a shadow rising from the ground, growing larger and larger. You recognize the silhouette, even from here. It's Sangdrax's original form, that of a fire-breathing dragon, and you are left without any elemental storms to hurl against him. 125 points! Nice! Okay, so we had just enough moves to do this.
All out of seal pieces, Patryn.
I've got one more, dragon.
Not sure what exactly happened to Sangdrax there. Got blasted with magic, perhaps.
When you drop the Nexus seal piece into the focus and ignite the interconnection spell, magic flows through the runes of the island and connects the elemental spires. Sangdrax, unwisely attempting to break through the magic field in order to stop you, confronts the brunt of its power. It proves to be too much, even for the incarnation of evil, and the explosion hurls him into the swirling vortex, hopefully never to be seen again. You've connected the 5 realms. Perhaps now the worlds can function as planned, and their inhabitants can not only survive, but flourish. Yet you ponder one particular unrealized goal of your Lord, namely the release of your people from the labyrinth. With time, and the aid of the Sartan, you may be able to see this dream fulfilled, but that must wait for another day. You've completed Deathgate. You've saved the realms from a fate worse than death.
Oh, I got all the points!
And while doing all of this, you scored 1,500 out of 1,500 points. Congratulations.
Nice! So I guess I did everything correctly. Damn, I can't believe I actually remembered the devils. Well, I only remember that because I was pretty sure that Sama was the soul, and I remembered Zar mentioning that the heart was the closest to the soul. So I guess it's pretty cool that I remember that, because if I didn't, I'm not sure if I would have ever figured that out. Anyways, I have really enjoyed this game. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy the art style, really enjoyed the plots, and the style of game itself. It's an adventure game just how I like them. And I'm glad I stumbled across it, otherwise I probably would never have known about it. It was pretty fun, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have as well. For now, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed Deathgate, and as usual, I will see you all next time.